Eyes are watching like cameras, waiting for a disaster. People are soon to cluster. Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video on this channel. My name is Alvara, bringing you good vibes all the way every day. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be reacting to this lady who is in a romantic relationship with her son. Now, before I get into this video, I've been here for a while, for my short time on this planet. I have never seen nothing this odd in my entire life. Like, we've talked about incest, folks, on this channel before. If you haven't seen it, about my second video I've uploaded on this platform was about, I think, the Whittier or the Whittaker family, and I'll always make it known that I'm not bashing no one. I have nothing against no one's practices or beliefs, but of course I'm here to render my opinion, and I'm against it. In certain parts of the world, incest is a form of sexual abuse, therefore a criminal offense. I guess not in this area, but oh gosh, like, I want to grab my glasses so someone can maybe help me see how this makes any sense. But of course, before we get into it, first like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading. Give me a follow on my Instagram, that is at alvera.music. That's where you will be informed if there are any changes to the upload schedule or if we're going to be doing a Q&A. And for my queens and kings who like to feed their mind and soul and like to read, Digistore Africa for your latest ebooks and publications. The link is down below in the description. And yeah, so what I'm going to be doing is I want you guys to listen to what this woman has to say. So I'm not going to be saying way too much for way too long during the courses of the videos, so I don't cover up what she has to say and you miss something that you might want to have heard. You see, I don't even have the vocabulary or the words to share today because I'm shooketh. But there are two videos we're going to be hearing from the mom side and then the son. So let me give you space and let's get into it. All right. I don't know, man. Keeps getting weirder. Just keeps getting weirder. And this video has been out for some time now, mind you, and I'm just seeing it now. So I don't even know how this is possible. I don't know how this didn't blow up on the internet, but okay, here we go.
I told him at first I told Carlos that I'm sorry, I don't know how you're gonna react to this. I'm your mom and you're my son, and I am falling in love with him. He said, "Are you really?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "You know what? I was scared to let you know too. I am too." He was too, falling in love with me, with his mom, and I was falling in love with my son.
So it's a.
And then we ended up talking, and we took off to the park, and we ended up asked him, "Will you ever date your mom?" And he said, "Will you date your son?" I said, "Honest truth, yes, I would." Because 19
These
years,
are the conversations that are never
and I
supposed
really
to
want
take
to be with you
place
the rest
on
of my
this
life.
planet.
And I really want to be with them. It's kind of hard right now, but I don't care what people say because we're going through a lot right now. We try to keep it a secret, but we couldn't do it no more because, you know, my other kids found out. At first, they didn't like it. Then they started liking it. They're accepting it.
Your brother is your father.
And my mom,
Oh,
my dad,
like
my
it doesn't even feel
my
well
family's accepting
seeming.
it now. This girl found out. She lives across the street from me, and there's a big old fight started. And she called me. She called my son Joseph something and let me know across the street. And she told me I better watch my back because I'm being incest. I'm not being incest. She was outside cussing me out, so
bro,
I went and go get everybody out of my house, and she got.
That is your flesh and blood. That is considered incest.
Up, jumped. Ambulance showed up. It was me, Carlos, and the kid's uncle got stabbed because the incest. Because she made a big deal out of all of this. So we went to the hospital.
They're not supposed to be like beaten up like that. Like, I'm totally against the whole violence thing, but you denying that it's incest, it is.
So I don't know why nobody didn't get arrested at the time. So we came back home, took a shower. The cops took, first the cops at the hospital, the cops took pictures of where we got cut, sliced. And after that, we came home, took a shower and stuff. Then we sat back, and when I broke down crying, I told Carlos, what we're going to do is going to hit all over the world. I said, there ain't no way I can leave you. And he said, don't worry, I'm going to still be with you, no matter through thick and thin. And that's what we're going through right now, through the thick.
Such things.
I'm going to still be with him. I have to. I going to have to, because there ain't no, if I get out of prison,
so and
if he don't get sentenced, if I get in prison,
the
if
offspring
I get out,
that comes
I will
from
go
you
back to Clovis, and I will get a state that
too,
will accept us.
you are setting that child up for so much heartache.
I've been going through
almost
a lot.
all the time the child
On
comes
the
out with some
streets,
form of a disability.
In the public.
You're being so
And it's kind of
selfish
hard
right
because
now.
it's public record here in Clovis. They can find out where I live and stuff, and I just going through a lot, and I really can't go to the store. I can't go public. I can't see my other kids. I can't see him.
I'm sorry
They
for
call me,
what you're going through,
I'm
like
sick,
the persecution and
incest,
all that, but the reason behind it, like,
and it hurts a lot.
I don't think
you know what I mean.
whoever it is, I think it's child.
It messes with my mind a
I'll
lot.
just wait for this video to finish.
The other moms don't understand. They're not going through what I'm going through. It'd be different if they
What
were.
are you going through, though?
Like I said,
What are you
I've been
going
working for
through?
19 years. It feels like a new person, and my love like came back like in my life. I've been waiting for all these years. It feels like he's my man, and he does. You know what I mean? Sometimes I call him Hinojito, as that means son in English. And he sometimes, once in a while, he calls me mom. You know what I mean? It don't get to him.
You're comfortable with,
Actually, it feels like more than his lover.
More?
Because it got so deep.
His lover?
And it feels kind of, at first kind of felt weird, but now it don't feel weird at all to me because I love him so much.
Who made the first?
Before we play the other video, I need to give my verdict. Of course, I'm always going to be against this because this is a form of criminal offense. Oh. Of course, the other people will not understand because this is something that is very, very odd. It is not good. Biologically, if we have to look at it, we've talked about this before on this channel. Your genes, the DNA is too similar to mix. So if you guys are to have offspring together, children, they're going to come out with certain disabilities. We've seen this already before. We've seen what incest, offspring of an incest relationship, we already know how the children turn out. Majority of the time, they have some form of disabilities due to the similarities of the genes and the DNA mixing. That is why nowadays it's no longer okay for us to mix like that anymore. It's not back in the day when our DNA and genes were very strong. It's not the same anymore. You can't do that anymore. And then, like, I'm not giving way for any incest couples, but I feel like maybe a brother and sister would be a little bit easier to handle because a maternal relationship is just so deep. This is the person that brought you here. You are here by means of that person, and I just don't know, how are you looking at this child grow up and now you raised him like this was a part of your body for 9 months. Then you raised him, you put him through school, you taught him, morals and so forth. And now you're looking at him in the manner of a romantic partner. Queen, that's not it. That's not it. I'm really upset and sad that she's going through all that she's going through. She can't see her kids. But of course, child protection services or whoever took the kids away are doing it for great reason, because why are you looking at your children like that? Maybe you're just looking at Carlos like that, but your kids, bro, they're your kids. Okay. We ain't gonna shout on here. We're not like that on here. Hence the name Chilling with Alveda. We keep it calm here. We keep it calm. We're not gonna do this. We don't shout. But okay, we have the second video here about now. I guess the boy is explained. Anywho, so my camera cut off, but I'm back again in. Alright, let's get into it. Let's just watch this video because we need to see what Carlos has to say about wanting to date his mother. That don't make no sense. Let's do it.
Who made the first approach was actually me. What happened was we were hanging out. And,
Right at the get-go, it was
talking,
you.
Just laughing.
It was you that
I
went to
looked
your
at
mom.
her and she looked at me and I kissed her. It was a real kiss. It had feelings behind it. I had a spark in that. Ever since then, it just, it just stayed. Honestly, I really didn't think we would. We were both consenting adults. If it comes down to it, it's just like the gays. They're
Just like the gays.
As long as they're over 18, everything's fine. You know what I mean? So I thought, I'm 18, she's 8, I'm 19. I actually came down when I was 19. But, she's an adult, I'm an adult, I can make my own decisions. I never thought it would blow up into something like this. Honestly, if it wasn't that strong, we wouldn't be together right now. We are together, but we're not. We can't really see each other, but in my heart, I know that we're still together.
Bro.
And I still love her with all my heart. If I had the opportunity to leave all this behind during the courts and move back to Utah. But
Yo, we ain't gonna say nothing about
every
the
chance I
southern
had,
countries.
After
In
19 years,
America.
all the questions
Say
they got to
nothing.
me, and I had a plane ticket, and I was about to leave, but I couldn't. Every single time I thought about it, I kept on thinking about her, and I couldn't leave.
It's your mom, so how can you leave your mom alone? But
I feel at peace when I'm with her. When I'm with her, I'm happy. When I'm away from her, I'm all depressed.
I don't know.
To me, it's worth. If it's worth, going through all this, it's worth staying. Even if sometimes the easy way isn't the best way out. Sometimes we have to make that life decision that's going to change and affect everything. But when it comes to it,
bro,
some people say it's disgusting, it's gross. She's your mom. That's your son. You should be doing that. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't affect me at all because if they were in my situation, or if they were to find out that somebody they loved were actually related to them, then they'd be saying the exact opposite. They don't know the situation. The way the courts put it out, the way the newspaper put it out was, the second I put it, that's when she did it. That's when we did it. No,
man.
It was totally when I was 19 and I moved down here. You don't plan stuff like this. It happens. I can't plan who I fall in love with. I can't. I can tell
You can
a girl
control
on the
who
street
you
I
fall
want to fall in
in love
love
with.
with.
Totally
It won't
against that
happen
statement of you don't
because
choose
it's
who
not.
you love.
It might happen.
You
but
do.
You can't plan on love. It just happens. For me, it's not even about patience. It's about commitment. If I'm committed to something, I finish it through. I mean, that's the type of person I am. I've always finished everything I started, and when it comes down to it, if I love her that much, and I'm crazy enough to stay in Clovis for it, I'm crazy enough to face all the courts for it, and waiting a little bit of time,
So they are
have
going
the rest
to
of my
court.
life, be happy, then I'm willing to do it. Honestly, I see us living inside a mobile
Not
home,
good for them, but
renting out our
this
houses,
is what's gonna happen.
living life.
It's
True love can do anything.
a criminal offense.
It's about
so
this
of course
this
you all
other
go to
case is
court.
about whether I have the right to love somebody. I sure as hell have the right to love Monica. You can't tell me who to love, who not to love. It's just people are butting in the wrong, the wrong issue. She's never had anybody give her a rose or, and she's never got really anything from me because I haven't really been able to. Because I'm trying to get a job, but it's hard now because of the courts. Nobody wants to hire me, and if I could, I'd give her everything she wants. But if I can give her this rose and it'll grow, and she'll always remember me by it, then that's what'll happen.
I can give her that rose, it will grow. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Chalet. Alright. You know what? You do you. At this point, we can say as much as we want to say as a society, as the viewers, but we cannot do anything. We do not control people and how they act. So if an incest relationship is what they want to follow, cannot do anything about it. We can watch, we can give our opinions, but number one, we cannot abuse them in any way that is wrong. You do not attack anyone for their beliefs, their practices, none of that. You do not do none of that. I'm totally against all of that. And why those people weren't even taken in because they attacked people is way above me. I don't understand that. Like, they're bending the rules. Like, it's kind of giving away, like, oh, because you're incest, we can beat you to a pulp, and we're not gonna go and face any charges for it because you guys are wrong for what you're doing. But that's a completely different thing. That is all wrong. I'm against that. However, I do feel giving constructive criticism is what the world needs to do in these type of situations, and just in general. You know, you're not going to get anywhere with giving hateful speech, but you can make a slight movement if you are a little bit constructive in the criticism you give. All I can say is good luck, because you're in for a long ride with what you two are doing. You're in for a long ride. It's always gonna get worse, because I mean, the child that comes from here, or if she's even able to have children, still seeing that she's a little bit advanced in age, but if they were to have children, it wouldn't have gone down very well for that child. And living with a disability, just speaking as someone who has a disability, a couple of them, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So for your parents to cause that upon you on purpose, it's a whole lot sadder for me, in my personal opinion, because my mom didn't know I was gonna grow up and have these things. But these two, if they were to have children, they know, because their genes are so similar, the kid is going to have something. But that's enough. That is enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you want to go and read a couple of ebooks and e-publications. The link is also down below in the description for that website. That is Digistore Africa. And yeah, that's about it. Stay hydrated for those of you who are on this side of the hemisphere, and stay warm for those of you who are finally hitting the winter season.